Hey everyone, if you use Telegram, then you need to see this. The platform, as great as it is, has become a real minefield of very clever scams designed to get your money and your data. So today, we're going to decode their entire playbook to give you the tools you need to stay safe. Let's dive in. So let's just start with a direct question. Have you ever really stopped to think about why your account is so valuable to a scammer? I promise you, it's not random. There are very specific reasons Telegram has become a playground for them. And honestly, understanding this is the very first step to protecting yourself.
And let's be crystal clear about this, because it's really the core message for today. Falling for a scam isn't about being careless or foolish. It's about being unaware. These scammers are experts at manipulation, and they succeed when you don't know their playbook. Our goal here is to arm you with that exact knowledge.
So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off by understanding why Telegram is such a hotspot for scammers. Then we're going to dissect their most common tactics. After that, we'll get into the psychological tricks they use. Then we'll build up your practical defenses. And finally, we'll finish with the absolute golden rules of security. So what is it about Telegram? Well, ironically, the very features that we all love, the privacy, the speed, the massive groups, those are the exact same things that criminals exploit. Let's break down how. It's basically a perfect storm for them. The high anonymity makes them almost impossible to trace. Encrypted chats give them a totally secure private line to their victims. And these huge public groups, it's like a megaphone, letting them blast their scam out to thousands of people at once. And on top of all that, with bots, they can automate these attacks on a massive scale. It's an environment that's practically built for them to thrive in the shadows. Okay, now let's get into the specifics. I want you to think of this next part as our intelligence briefing. We're going to break down the most common scams you are likely to run into so you can spot them from a mile away.
This one is probably the most widespread scam on the entire platform. It usually starts when you get added to a group that looks super professional. It's filled with what look like amazing investment tips, and it's all about promising unbelievable returns on crypto or some other asset. And this is exactly what it sounds like. You'll see these messages promising guaranteed sky-high profits with absolutely zero risk. That right there, that is a massive red flag. In the real world of investing, there is no such thing as a guaranteed profit, and certainly not that big, that fast.
Next up, we have impersonation. This is where scammers create a profile that looks almost identical to a group admin, or maybe a support agent, or even a well-known influencer. Their entire goal is to trick you into thinking you're talking to someone legitimate. Now, you're going to want to pay really close attention here, because the differences can be incredibly subtle. A real admin will never direct message you first to offer help. A fake one, that's almost always their opening move. Look for those tiny little misspellings in the username, like an L replaced with a 1 or an extra letter somewhere. They are counting on you not looking too closely. I'm going to say this again because it is the single most important thing to remember about these impersonation scams. If someone claiming to be support or an admin messages you completely out of the blue, it is a scam. 100% of the time. Just block them, report them, and move on. Okay, so we know their tactics. But how do they actually get smart people to fall for them? Well, it's because they aren't just hacking systems. They're hacking our own human emotions. And there's a name for this: social engineering. At its heart, social engineering is the main weapon of any scammer. It isn't about complex code. It's about exploiting trust, fear, and excitement to get us to act before we have a chance to think. They're manipulating you, the person, not the app itself. And this slide, it illustrates their toolkit perfectly. They use urgency to create a sense of panic so you can't think clearly. They dangle greed in front of you to make you overlook obvious red flags. They fake authority to make you comply without asking questions. And they'll even build trust, sometimes chatting with you for days before they make their move. Recognizing these emotional triggers is the key to defeating them. All right, that's enough about the bad guys. Let's talk about you. We are now moving into the most important part of this whole explainer: building your defenses. These are simple, practical steps you can take right now to make your account a much, much harder target. Seriously, if you do only one thing after this, please do this. Enabling two-step verification adds a password to your account. So even if a scammer somehow gets your SMS code, they can't log in without this password. Just follow these steps. Go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then two-step verification. It takes 30 seconds, and it is your single best defense. Okay, let's add some more layers to that shield. Go into your privacy settings and hide your phone number from everyone. Nobody needs to see it. Then, limit who can add you to groups. Change it to My Contacts. This stops scammers from just randomly pulling you into their fake investment channels. And always double check usernames before you interact or trust them. We're at the final section. And just so we're clear, these are not suggestions. They are the absolute unbreakable laws of staying safe on Telegram. I want you to think of these as your non-negotiables. So these are the unbreakable rules. Never, and I mean ever, share your Telegram login code, that's the one-time password or OTP they send you, for anyone in crypto. Never share your private keys or your seed phrase. Full stop. Never trust an unsolicited DM, especially if they're offering help or a deal. And if anyone asks you to send them money to unlock a larger prize or profit, it is always a scam. Memorize these. They will save you. You know, spotting a scam is great, but you can also help protect the entire community. When you see a scammer or a fake group or a phishing attempt, don't just block them and move on. Take an extra 10 seconds to report them. Here's how you do it. Right inside the app, you can report any message, user, or channel directly. For more serious stuff, you can email Telegram's abuse team. And just as importantly, if you spot a scammer in a group you trust, warn the other members and let the real admins know. A collective defense is a strong defense. And that's really what this all comes down to. We'll end on this one thought. Adopt a mindset of healthy skepticism. Before you click, before you invest, before you trust, verify. Be proactive, be aware, and you can navigate Telegram safely and confidently. Stay safe out there.